What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to another stream. We're talking about FPL drafts. We're going to be looking into what your drafts are as well. So let me know how your team is going in the comments if you're live, or if you're watching this back, put it in the comments as well. Actually, and I'll give you a rating on your draft and how it's going, what maybe changes you could make, or if it's good, I'll let you know where it's good as well. So let me know how everyone's going. Welcome to the Football Chat Box. If you are new, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button as well. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. That's the first goal. So if you can help us by subscribing, that would be amazing. Now, this was what I showed to you all on Sunday, but I made a couple changes, and I've made a further changes on top of that in here at Plan FPL. So we've got a few more changes going on with a 3-4-3 with Salah back in, and I've got Destiny in as well. Now, for anyone who watched the Spurs game, you would have noticed that he was again playing as usual. The Shakhtar one, he started as well. Good rating, 7.8 from their entire defense. Very attacking fullback. So I'm happy to have him in because I think I'll start him from game week 3. So come game week 3, probably move him in, and then Joao Pedro goes to the bench. Mitoma could continue to play, I think, against West Ham. I don't mind it. We'll have to see. But trying to have Salah in obviously makes it a bit more harder in terms of like players you want to get. It's not as easy. Salah does, like, in terms of budget, it does make it hard. But here we are. This is the current draft. Let me know what your thoughts are. Simon, all welcome. Boki, welcome. How are you all doing? But yeah, this is the current draft in terms of where it's looking like. I think that forward line could improve, but we'll have to see. Will JP get minutes? So here's the thing, right? Now, he started the last game that Brighton played. He's also now a penalty taker. So that's very... we know that when March was on the pitch, he took the penalty. Now, is he a 90-minute man? Probably not. Will he get maybe 55 minutes, 60 minutes? Maybe. Like, it's very hard to tell, to be honest, at the moment. Obviously, Brighton are going to be signing another player in the forward slots in Kudus from Ajax, who could potentially play in the number 10 role as well. So there's going to be a lot of rotation in this Brighton team, so keep that in mind. But I think for the first few game weeks at least, I'm happy to have him. If he doesn't start even, to be honest, I don't mind it, because if he comes off the bench as well, and if they get a penalty or something, we know that he's going to take it. Also, now we've seen from the FA Cup game yesterday, a lot of minutes being played in extra time. So that also further strengthens the case of having like a set piece player just in case. I'm happy for 5.5. I think it's okay, doable. So I'm happy to see how it goes. Abdurrahman, how are you doing? Welcome. And Roku, welcome as well. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. It has been a long time. Yes, indeed. Tin, how are you doing? Welbeck, I think Welbeck also should be fine. Now, here's the thing. For Brighton, it's Pedro, Welbeck, Evan Ferguson, probably those three for the forward slot. If Kudus comes in, Kudus can play in the number 10 as well. So then does that put Joao Pedro in the number 10, or does he move striker? Because I think this one, Welbeck was more... No, Welbeck was... Where was Welbeck? He was lined out wide for one game. I don't remember where. Okay, I don't remember. Okay, so yeah. So we'll have to see. Minutes are a risk with this Brighton team. But I would say, if they keep adding like attacking talent to their front forward line, to be honest, even Mitoma's minutes could be an issue. We don't know, but it could be an issue, because like Enciso can come off the bench. Kudus can come. Bonawete, Facundo Bonawete. So like, they have options in attack for Brighton, so that's a bit of a problem in terms of trying to nail a player. But we just want them for those first 3 game week fixtures, right? So for those first 3, I think it's worth the risk. Kane Stain, I so hard to tell if Kane is staying or not, but scored 4 goals. Yes, you got a Kane draft. Okay, sure. Let's see. I made so much changes. I will send you in 5 minutes. Okay, yes. All right. So if anyone wants to put their team in a tweet under a tweet, feel free to. Okay, Boki is already on it. If you want to put your team and share them in on the Twitter, that's the link. Feel free to share your tweets right there. Make sure to hit the like button as well, people. Okay, let's get into Bucky's team straight away because he is hot off. Where is it? Here we go. All right. Talk to me. Okay, what's the conversation with this? Like, what's the situation? You've got Johnston, Areola, Stones, Estupinen, Gabriel, Baldock, Cabore, so 2 4.0s, Rashford, Saka, Bruno, Eze, Martinelli. Ooh, okay. 1 million in the bank. Jackson, Pedro, and Haaland. Interesting. Okay, talk to me. My rank last season was 81k. 81k, I think. Which wasn't too bad, to be honest. I was 1.4 million at the restart and then got into the top 100k somehow. Newcastle assist and Community Shield match. Amit, how are you doing? Welcome. I think you missed. Did I miss another? Amit, what? Newcastle assist? What do you mean Newcastle assist? I don't follow. Okay, now with this, now the thing, I don't know, man. Bruno Fernandes is such an odd player in terms of like, I still think, I still believe that like the double United attack isn't needed. And that you can go with like a one United attacker, but I see why people want to go for double United attack because of the fixtures. But yeah, give me a minute. Okay, that's fine. But apart from that, like, what would you change if you didn't have double United attack? I guess who would you go for? Probably a Liverpool player, probably, but you'd want him for maybe game week 2. Chad mine. Okay, let's have a look at Roku's, and we'll get back to Bucky when he gets back. Okay, so this is yours. 0 in the bank. Edison, Gabriel, Estupinan, Shaw, Chilwell, Saka, Mitoma, Rashford, Visa. Ooh, a Kane draft. 4-3-3. That's like one of the few times I'm seeing a 4-3-3. By the way, it seems like Turner will be signing for Forest. We got, I think, here we go from Fabrizio. So seems like Turner, or not Fabrizio, from Onstein. So seems like Turner will be signing for Forest. So that's your 4 million. I have a question for you guys. Now, there's Edison in this draft as well for you, Roku. What would you guys go for? Now, obviously, Ortega played in the Community Shield and he probably is the cup keeper. So there's probably not too much to read into it. But if Ortega started that game week 1 game, would you have him as your second choice keeper? If he started. Now, we don't know. We'll probably have to wait and see. Maybe we get leaks because it's the first game. But would be very interesting. So something to keep an eye out for. But I still think he's the cup keeper, so I'm not going to expect too much. I need a City player who isn't rotation risk, so Edison. Fair enough. I mean, I would still probably go for Stones for their price, but I can see why you would want. Because Stones does come with slight risk, but I guess that is what it is. What it is. The rest, I do like it, to be honest. 0 in the bank, right? So if Kane obviously doesn't work out or he happens to like leave Spurs, then you probably move that to someone else, and then your funds go into the midfield most likely. Interesting draft. I will tell you that. Interesting draft indeed. In gaming 2, I can rotate him with Turner. Yep. Fair enough. This is a very interesting draft. Interesting draft indeed. Gaming 2, Turner. You mean Edison for Turner? Do you really need to rotate? Because Edison, who does Edison have for Game Week 2? Oh, Newcastle. Yeah, I guess so. I prefer Kudus over Mitoma if it joins. We don't know if Kudus will walk straight into the team, right? I think there might be a bit of time because obviously he's missed preseason. So there, he won't walk in straight away. So you still want Mitoma for like those first 3 game weeks, right? So Mitoma will still most likely get at least the first 2. Newcastle assets overlooked and red community shield match. Okay. Newcastle assets, why are they overlooked? Well, I think it's mainly down to the fixtures, right? So if you look at Newcastle, the opening fixtures are slightly a bit tough. Not the best, to be honest. Where is it? Trippier. I mean, these opening fixtures in terms of a clean sheet don't look that great, to be honest. In terms of a attacking outlook, you probably, in terms of attacking, it might be very interesting. This is for those who want to try something risky or just want to take a punt. Attacking wise, I think there is Harvey Barnes, who's looked pretty decent for Newcastle in preseason. I expect him to play. You could say he could score against Aston Villa. Liverpool, they could probably get a goal. It's a home game as well, to be honest. Brighton, maybe get a goal. Brentford, you would probably expect. Sheffield, you would expect. Burnley, you would expect. West Ham. So you're kind of like Brighton and probably Man City that you're expecting Newcastle to maybe not score or struggle to score, probably. And both of those are away games as well. The rest, home games, the tough ones, even Liverpool and Aston Villa, tough ones, but at home. So maybe for 6.5 million, Harvey Barnes isn't too bad as an option for Newcastle if you want a Newcastle player. Defense wise, I kind of see why they're getting overlooked because clean sheets aren't guaranteed yet, and I think a lot of people will start talking about Newcastle come game week 6, 7. This is where Newcastle people will get onto Newcastle players from this run. So that's one thing with Newcastle. I will transfer. Okay, let's go to Bucky back again. What are we saying? I will transfer in Turner instead of Areola because they rotate well together. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Next, I wasn't sure if I would go for Mitoma or Eze, but Eze takes penalties and set pieces for Palace. That's true. Fair enough. Between Mitoma and Eze. The problem with Eze, I think in the last, I haven't fully watched his highlights, but the Crystal Palace highlights for the last preseason game, it seems like he didn't play very attacking. Where is Crystal Palace? I keep switching. It seems like he wasn't too attacking. So maybe that is something to kind of consider from Eze. I wish there was like match ratings, but nope. But yeah, I guess you could probably go for Eze since you already had Joao Pedro, and I expect a lot more rotation. Or at least it's safe to say Eze will get more minutes than Mitoma. That's a possibility. Spurs fixtures are good. Last season, Kane wasn't far off Haaland. That's true. And I don't know if I would go for Nkunku or Jackson because I will play Pedro for 3 game week and Nkunku will come back and I'll play him. If you start with a Chelsea forward like Jackson, let's say in this case, I think you just play Jackson, even if you have him. Oh, unless you're playing a 3-5-2, no? You're playing a 3-5-2 in this. So you're benching Jackson for the start. Okay, fair enough. So you're probably going to go Jackson to, but you don't have, you have money in the bank. So you want to go Jackson to Nkunku. Why not? Oh, very tempting, but you could. I wonder if you could go for a Liverpool player like a Cody Gakpo or someone. Start off with them if you wanted to for the game week 2 fixture. Because if you're going, let's say you're going to get Nkunku, you want to probably get Nkunku. If you're not getting him now, you'd want him for game week 3, right? So if you're anyway going to take a risk with Jackson and you're probably not going to start him, you might as well take a risk with the Liverpool player and get them for that game week 2 fixture. I'm thinking. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. It is a bit of a risk between Gakpo and Nunes. But maybe it's something to kind of consider. So yeah, that's a few things to kind of mention. Did I get anything else? No, I think I'm okay. Yep. If anyone else wants to put your teams, let me know. But Pedro takes penalties for Brighton, so even if he had a bad game, he can score a pen. Yeah, that's the thing. I like. I mean, 5.5 a penalty taker. You probably don't get an option too much, to be honest. I would take it, to be honest. So I'm taking it. It's a minute's risk. I'm well aware, but I am happy to give it a go and see. Obviously. I can downgrade Visa to 4.5 forward and Ederson to 5 million goalkeeper and get another 6.5 mid like Diaby or Mbuemo. Visa to a 4.5, Ederson to a 5, and then get. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. That actually is better. Roku. I would rather do that. Get a 6.5 mid. You could go for Mbuemo if you wanted. Another penalty taker. So you could probably do that if you wanted. Start off with a Mbuemo if you want. Adam, how are you doing? Welcome. Yeah, you could do that as well, Roku. I do like that. Going for the midfield option. You could drop Visa if you wanted to. Mbuemo will be on pens. You could go Diaby. Aston Villa are good, but I think the Aston Villa. What's Aston Villa's fixtures like at the start? It's not the best. The best. Where is it? Be it Diaby. Here we go. Oh no, Everton and Burnley are really good two fixtures. I think a lot of Aston Villa. I mean, I think a lot of people are going for Aston Villa around this period. But if you can get in early, and if Diaby does well, it's not bad shout as well. But Mbuemo also not too bad, I guess. I like that option of like maybe go to a 5 million keeper. If you wanted, you could go. You could go Onana and switch Shaw to a City defender like Stones if you wanted someone like that. And then like Visa to a 4.5, and then one of the midfielders to a 6.5. You could do something like that. Sent mine in there. I will take a gamble with Darwin. Okay, fair enough. That works. Okay, so Adam, did you put yours here as well? Oh, have I missed something? I've got 3. I missed Adam's. Why is it not appearing? Twitter is acting up. Let me have a look. Try and get it up again. Twitter is acting up. It shows 3 tweets, but it doesn't show the tweet. Why is that? I can't see it. Can you message it to me, Adam? If you message it to me, I'll probably be able to like bring it up. So strange. All right. Your FPL predictions. For what? For which position? Oh, are we talking about like league predictions? What do you mean by FPL predictions? You mean like points? Are we talking expected points? Or what exactly? Do you guys think there's any way to improve this? I still don't honestly like the forward line a bit too much. I could probably move this to a 4.5. In terms of the forward spot. But honestly, who would I even move it to? I guess Mubamba. Probably. Am I being blocked? You can't see my chat? No. I can see your chat, Simon. I can see your chat. Most points for the season? Are we talking about for the season? For the season, I would say budget most points budget asset. Okay, so for the season, I guess Haaland will still probably be the highest goal scorer. Defensive wise, most points will be very interesting to see. I think that is a bit of uncertainty at the moment. Midfield. Taking a bit of a gamble here, but I will probably go out and say that midfield, there's a chance that Marcus Rashford, it's either him or I think it could be Saka, one of the two, for most points in midfield. And then in defense, I obviously said I don't know because we'll have to wait and see. It'll probably be a Chelsea defender if they can stay fit. Goalkeeper, that does. I feel like goalkeeper is not too much of a worry. In terms of best, I guess, budget player, we're not going to get another Andres Pereira. But there are a few options in 4.5 in terms of defense, like Destiny. Could be a really good shout. Anderson could, if he does well and gets some more games, but we kind of have to wait and see on that. Now, what was I going to do here? Oh, yeah, I wanted to see 1.5. That gives me 2.556 million for a midfielder. I can't really find a 6 million midfielder. That's the problem. There aren't too many options, sadly. Like I need another 0.5 somewhere. So I can switch to a 352. For some reason, it says you have to follow me to see the post. If you want to follow, unfollow that. No, I can follow you. Just tell me the handle and I will follow you. Can you follow me so that I know how to follow you? I don't know what your handle is. Let me know what handle. I think because is your a private account. That's probably why. Can you tell me your handle, Twitter handle, and then I will follow you. Okay, what was I looking for? How to make this better? I think Visa will have to be the case here, unless we have a better option. Like I can't go for I would like to go for a better forward spot, but I just can't figure out how to do it. Adam 27244. Why can't I find it? No, I found it. Alright, sent. Okay, there we go. Now will it pop up? Man, still doesn't pop up. No. I found it. Alright, so this is Adam's team. Can you rate on here? Yes, I can. Just type your team in and I'll rate it on here. So you've got Edison, Estupinan, Stones, Gabriel. My risk squad didn't change. Okay, fair enough. Estupinan, Stones, Gabriel, Edison. Yep. Ooh, double City defense. Interesting. Saka, Mitoma, Mbeumo, Rashford, Bruno. Okay. Haaland and Wilson. How much is Wilson, by the way? That is a very interesting call. 8 million. Interesting. Do you think Wilson will start, or do you think Wilson is a minutes issue? Hell, I don't know if Wilson with Isaac and everything could be a minutes problem. That's one thing that I'm slightly uncertain about. Then Pinnock, that's fine. Baldock and Adebayo, yep. And Steele. Oh, by the way, with Steele, now here's the thing. He got substituted in the Brighton game yesterday, I believe, was it? He came off at halftime, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Jason Steele came off at halftime for Verbruggen. So, and like there were only three changes made, and three at halftime. So I am a bit unsure with Steele, to be honest. I think if you're going for Edison, you just get a 4 million keeper here. I think you're spending otherwise too much money on keepers. So I probably wouldn't do the Edison Steele combo like this. Just go for like a 4 million keeper if you wanted to, if you're going for Edison as well. Or go for another keeper and switch Steele as well. So I don't think he's worth it at the moment. There's too much rotation on Brighton keepers, but too much uncertainty as well. So that's just my thoughts on that. But the rest is fine. Wilson, I'm not sure with regards to minutes whether he'll start or not. If you think he's safe for minutes, then it's okay. But I'm a bit uncertain. I think Watkins is probably a better player for minutes, even though the fixtures are a bit more of a tricky side. But I think Watkins will be a better option. That's just my thoughts. But that rest, I'm okay with it. Again, yeah, I think that should be fine. Double United still uncertain, but yeah, should be fine. Yeah, cool. The rest looks fine. It's just those few changes. Amit's team is Onana, Turner, Walker, Cash, Chilwell, Casti, Kabore, Mito, Rashford, Saka, Havertz. Ooh, Havertz. Havertz, I think, will get a lot of minutes. I just don't know what position he'll play, but I think he'll get a lot of minutes. Anderson. Then you've gone for Kane, Haaland. Who is JP? That's like a 4.5 player? Oh, sorry, Joe Pedro. You got Joe Pedro and Kane and Haaland. Ooh, interesting. Oh, okay, I guess because it's the Havertz thing. Interesting. Going light in defense makes sense because of added storage minutes like yesterday's match. Yep, fair enough. So you're going Walker, Cash, and Chilwell. Now, I did have Matty Cash in my team as well before. And I went off Matty Cash because of the problem in terms of minutes with Villa defense. Now, it seems like Aston Villa defense kind of tends to rotate in terms of formation, like who plays. So in this one, I don't think Matty Cash. Oh, he played it. Was it this one, the Lazio game? Did Lazio he play here? No. So this one, Matty Cash didn't play, as you can see. So that's why I kind of dropped out of Matty Cash, because I feel like there might be a slight bit of rotation there. It feels like Konza is probably the best for Aston Villa defense in terms of minutes, because he's most likely going to be able to play on the right back, centre back as well. He can play. So I feel like he might be a bit more safe for minutes. Obviously, Cash will be a really good option, attacking wise. But yeah, that's just the one reason I went off Cash, because of the uncertainty at the moment. But then you say Konsa doesn't seem like a really good FPL option to have, not very attacking. So just keeping that in mind, just let you know. But yeah, that's the one reason I moved off. The rest of the team actually not too bad. Walker, yeah, I guess captain, so you're expecting him to play more minutes. Makes sense. What are you missing in that? I guess Arsenal defense. I still think, okay, so after yesterday's performance, I'm a bit more confident on Arsenal defense. I know they conceded, but they put in a really good performance. So I'm a bit more confident in Arsenal defense. And it seems like Arteta is going to be playing like a double pivot of Thomas Partey and Declan Rice against the bigger and tougher oppositions. So I feel like Arsenal defense can be trusted a bit more. That's one thing I would add as well. Okay, so Ryan's team is Onana, Gabriel, Estupinan, Stones, Rashford, Fernandes, Saka, Odegaard, Mitoma. Ooh, and then Haaland and Darwin Núñez, going for the Darwin Núñez punt. Nice, I like it. Now, Núñez, I hope he starts. We'll see. Liverpool do have, if I'm not mistaken, a preseason game today. So maybe we'll get to know whether Darwin Núñez starts or not. We'll see, obviously. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good team. What you have. Not FPL related. My local team is going against Little in conference. Ooh. Who is your local team? Who is your local team? Let's bring it up and see. It hasn't been put up yet. That'll be very interesting. Are you going to watch the game? I swapped Steele for Areola and Wilson for Watkins. I have 0.5 left. Any thoughts on where to spend it, or should I keep it in the bank? So Steele for Areola, yep. And Wilson for Watkins. 0.5 left. Keep it for now. Keep the 0.5 for now. You might need it later, so keep it for now. I think the rest are fine. Just keep the 0.5 for now. Another thing I should add, obviously Hurricane is the cover on the thumbnail, but someone else that I would like to see again. Now this is another problem because money is an issue, and let's say if Salah does score in the first 2 game weeks, am I really going to sell Salah against Newcastle and Aston Villa? Really? Probably not. So that's the only thing, but Maddison had a really good game as well alongside Harry Kane. 7.5 million. If Kane does end up staying, Maddison could be a really good option for 7.5. So that's one thing to also kind of consider. Ash can become Tarkowski or Henry. Any news on Nkunku or Kane? Kane, we still don't know. We'll have to wait and see. For the moment, just consider that he's there. Nkunku, no. I think we'll wait for press conference news, and once we get press conference news, we'll have more information. Yeah, I guess you can go Taco if you wanted to. It's not a bad shout. Who do you have else? But don't you want someone who starts Amit? Would you want to start Taco though? I guess you could. You don't have any money to slightly go 0.5 higher, no? By any chance? Like go from cash to like a 5 million defender. Do you have that money? Like, well, unless Kane is the one taking all of it. Nkunku, we still don't really know. But for anyone who has 0.5, I would try and keep 0.5 if possible. I myself, I don't know how I'm going to find 0.5. Like even this 4.5, 6, I can go only up to 6 million. Damn it. Such a pain. Visa, come back in. Trying to get Salah and trying to keep the rest isn't easy. Unless I move Stones to a different defender, to be honest, to like a 5 million defender. He takes a lot of money, Stones. And for the money he takes, I don't think he's worth the price. That's the only problem. I'll have to find a way. Maybe I also go Walker, I don't know. Because if I go Walker, right, now obviously this is significantly like a risk in terms of minutes and whatnot. But it gives me so much more like flexibility. Like if I wanted to, I can go Visa to a 4.5 forward. In terms of like let's say for example this guy, right? Then I could switch Anderson to a 6.5, who could be an Eze, could be a Diaby, be a Mbuemo. So there are a couple options that I can do by just freeing up that 0.5 from there. So I'll have to wait and see in terms of that. I haven't really decided how I want to approach this. Doesn't show it because they have to play 3rd round, and in 4th they are playing. Okay, fair enough. I don't want to underestimate anyone, but in 3rd round they are playing someone from Faroe Islands. I mean, to be honest, anything can happen in knockout rounds, so probably let's see how they go. No, can go down. Havertz to Mbuemo. Havertz to Mbuemo. How much is Havertz? 7.5. Honestly, I was so hoping that Trossard will make a name for himself. Well, he did score. I was hoping that Trossard would start because you could go Havertz Trossard to just get that 0.5. That would be so good if you could go like Havertz to Trossard if Trossard like becomes an option. I would like to I wouldn't mind punting on Trossard as well. It's just the minutes, man. The minutes is an issue. Martinelli and Watkins or Odegaard and Nunes? Martinelli and Watkins. Here's the thing. I've seen a few of you guys mention Odegaard as well. I don't really know how much, like in terms of points, Odegaard is going to get this season. Given the slight change in system, they're playing a 4-2-3-1 now. They play a 4-3-3. It's slightly different maybe, but Havertz is taking more of an attacking role over Odegaard. So I'm not really sure still on how Odegaard, in terms of points, how he's going to perform. So Martinelli and Watkins seems like a better shot, especially given that Watkins is on pens as well, right? He does have penalties to his. I think he has penalties to his name. We don't know yet fully, but he probably might have pens to his name. And it seems like they'll get you more minutes. Yeah, like Martinelli will probably get more minutes than Nunes, probably. Have a stem. Wemo, Diaby, SA, and Cash can become Timber or Gabriel and keep 0.5 in the bank. Go for Gabriel. I wouldn't go for Timber yet because Timber, does he play right back? If he does, because we saw Ben White start, so is Ben White first choice over Timber? So I wouldn't go for Timber just yet. Go for Gabriel instead and keep the 0.5 in the bank. Yes, you could do that. Did I miss anything else? I think that's it, right? In everyone's teams. I still need to decide on this. I'm still not convinced on this forward line. Maybe I move Stones. I need to think about City defense again. Maybe I move Stones to a 5 million defender. Which one? I am not really sure yet. And then that gives me a bit more money to move elsewhere. All right. Any other questions? We'll try and keep today's stream short because on Wednesday we'll be doing a podcast. So stay tuned for the Wednesday podcast. We'll do that one. So Wednesday we will have a podcast, and then obviously Friday night is the deadline stream. So looking forward to that as well with you guys. Chilwell or Stones? Chilwell. For me right now, Chilwell, just because way more attacking than Stones. Way more attacking than Stones. So Chilwell for me. All right, cool. Any final questions? We'll call it quits soon. But if there are any final questions, feel free to chat. Put it in. I think I'm just updating you guys. This is my current draft. What I can see changing is probably the Stones spot. Still unsure whether I want Stones or can I go for another 5 million City defender. But minutes wise, I might need to see a bit more. It might be a bit risky. That's something I need to kind of consider and see. Because I would like to have 0.5 in the bank. At the moment, this draft doesn't give me 0.5 in the bank, so I kind of have to decide on that. Is Salah a must-have? No, I don't think Salah is a must-have. Like, if you saw some of my previous drafts, I didn't have Salah in it, and the team in general just looks so much more better. The reason I've gone for Salah is I do tend to like my playstyle. I do like to have like a little bit of a risk involved as well, in terms of like if I feel like there's like opportunity to gain when a lot of people don't have Salah, I'm willing to take a risk and see how it goes. Obviously, it does make the overall starting 11 a bit more weaker from the looks of it, but I'm willing to risk it for those first two games to see how things go. Because I think Liverpool have goals in them. That's probably why. But I don't think it's a must-have, to be honest. I think you can make a really good team without Salah. And we've seen from a lot of the drafts that I've seen, you can make a really good team without Salah. But it's the same thing, right? You have Salah, you have Harry Kane, right? The same question for Salah can be applied for Kane as well. Is Kane a must-have? He scored 4 goals yesterday. Is he a must-have? Not really. All right, cool. We'll keep it like this. We'll probably potentially end it here, unless anyone has further questions. I will wait for a bit. Chilwell or Stones? Oh, I thought I answered that. Chilwell. For me, Chilwell. Because I think Chilwell is way more attacking. For me, at least personally, I believe he's a way more attacking player compared to Stones. Obviously, clean sheets. Stones might get a bit more extra in terms of clean sheets, but then again, if Chilwell can get a few attacking returns, I guess he'll outdo Stones overall over like a decent number of game weeks. I think Chilwell will potentially outscore Stones. What about Trent? No, Trent is definitely not a must-have. The reason I don't have Trent personally is because I feel like Liverpool's defense is still a bit shaky, and they haven't shown that they can keep clean sheets per se. So I'm a bit uncertain on Liverpool's defense. So until I feel like Liverpool's defense kind of improves, I feel like Trent is just a bit too expensive to have and not worth it. That's probably why I'm not going for Trent. Thoughts on Darwin to cover Salah? So much cheaper. Indeed, so much cheaper, but also way more risky in terms of minutes. Like his minutes aren't certain. Salah, he's expensive, but we know he's going to get you at least. He's like a 90-minute player for Salah. Darwin Núñez, on the other hand, it seems like he will now rotate with Gakpo. It seems like Gakpo can play in that striker spot as well. And so that means Darwin will potentially rotate with Gakpo. So there is minutes risk involved with Darwin for the lesser price, and which is why I haven't gone for Darwin and I've gone for Salah. Because Salah, more expensive, yes, significantly more expensive, but comes with more certainty of minutes. However, I will say, if you're willing to take on that minutes risk with Darwin Núñez, it could potentially pay off against Bournemouth. Because I feel like the Bournemouth game, maybe not the Brentford game, maybe not the Chelsea game, but the Bournemouth game is probably where we could potentially see Darwin Núñez start. So I won't be surprised if it doesn't start the Chelsea game, but starts the Bournemouth game. And that's the game you kind of want him for as well. So that's something to kind of consider. Final draft. Don't say it's a final draft. I think it's going to definitely change, but final draft for today probably. Pickford, Rico Henry, Pau Torres, Colville. Mitoma, Rashford, Saka, Havertz, Kane, Darwin, Haaland. Nah, that's not worth it, Amit. I don't think that much of sacrifice in the defense is worth it for that attack. I think you improve your defense a bit more. 0 in the bank, can do Havertz, Eze, or Mbemo and use that 1 million in defense. Yeah, I would improve that defense. Upgrade Colville to a Chilwell. Rico Henry. Do you see Brentford keeping clean sheets? If so, yeah, I guess it's not too bad, but I would improve that defense. Mitoma, Mbemo, or Eze? For me, still Mitoma, because I think Brighton are the better team attacking wise. In second, I would probably go for Embuemo because of the fixtures. Are the fixtures slightly better? Fulham, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Everton in the first 6 compared to Eze, who has Sheffield, Wolves, and Fulham. Yeah, the fixtures are better for Embuemo over Eze. So Embuemo second, and then Eze third. Just like how you written it. What's your opinion on Anthony? Tyler, welcome to the Football Chatbox. Anthony, you mean which Anthony are we talking about? Manchester United Anthony? I think he can improve his end product. From an FPL point of view, I don't think he is the player you want to get for FPL teams because I think he takes a lot of shots. And unfortunately, FPL wise, if there is not enough end product, that's not going to help us. From a playing point of view, again, I still feel like he can be a bit more direct. He needs to be a bit more direct in certain situations. And maybe decision making in the final third can be a bit better. And that could help him improve as well. But yeah, that's my opinions. Evan, by the way, Evan, welcome as well. I don't think I've seen you before, but yeah, welcome. Onana, S2, Gabriel, Pau, Guehi, Pau and Guehi. Okay. Rotation. So Pau and Guehi rotation. Okay, yep. Saka, Bruno, Madison, Rashford, Martinelli. Ooh, I like that midfield. Yes. Haaland and Darwin. Interesting. That's a very interesting team. How can we make it better? So what are you going to do come, I guess, game week 4 or something? Where are you keeping Estupinan and Mitoma or... Oh no, you don't even have Mitoma. Are you keeping Estupinan? Or are you rotating Estupinan out and not going for any Brighton attackers? Or do you have like Joe Pedro in there as well? Trust me. Oh, you mean for the Conference League one? Okay, cool. They should be fine. If Lewis Hall makes a transfer, he'll be hitting gym. Yes, if he makes a transfer, because he'll potentially play in midfield, right? Guardiola at 5. Has he coming? Not Guardiola. Guardiola. Has he come in at 5 million? Where is he? He's not in the game. Is it just me? He's not in the game. Did they announce it? Ooh, 5 million. What are your thoughts, everyone? Very interesting. 7 million. Tempting. This is a good price. This is a really good price. Now he just needs to get fit, but this makes a lot more people think about double United attack. Very, very tempting. Very tempting. 2 very tempting prices. What do you guys think? I think Brighton have too many attackers to have one. You kind of need 0 or 2 like you have. Yeah, that's the thing. I understand. I agree with that. That's true. Underpriced. Do we see him starting? No, obviously he started the... Did he? Or did I see wrong? I think I watched the correct game. Oh no, he didn't. It'll take time for him to get into the team, right? That's the thing. It'll take time. Let's see. Haaland is injured, but 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, that's the thing. There'll be always someone in the first game week to do a lot. Yeah, there's always someone every game week who just like creates a team randomly for that fresh game week and tries to get like the highest points for that game week. There's always someone. Don't worry. Hoyland injured 2 to 3 weeks though. But I mean, in 2 to 3 weeks, who do United play? Ooh, imagine he comes back for Arsenal. Probably not. I think you'll probably see him eased in around the Forest game. Yeah. Tempting. In 2 to 3 weeks is not too bad, isn't it? To have someone come back for that run. Watch a few drafts. Get ready to accommodate a few changes. Actually, you can start off with Bruno Fernandes, and if let's say Bruno Fernandes is not the one, right? For people who have the double United attack, let's say either Bruno or Rashford aren't the players you want, you can easily move one of them, and I think this will happen. A lot of people will be looking into Spurs, potentially Spurs, come game week 3, like a Madison, and I think that will free up funds for a few others as well. So that could be very interesting. They've made some very interesting prices. Cool. We will see how this goes. Josko, I think I want to see him if he starts games, where he starts games. If he does become a good option, could be really good at that price. But we'll have to see whether he's going to start or not. With Pep, you never know. 3-4-3 incoming. I never left, baby. I never left. I never left. But yeah, Guardiola in the future could be good for FPL, but I'm too scared of Pep Roulette. Yeah, same. Fair enough. I think for now, we wait and see. We don't need to rush into it, but yeah. Very interesting. Oh, man, now I need to find 1 million to fit in Hoyland somewhere. Guys, where do I find 1 million? Someone let me know. Okay, here's how I fit in. Here's how I find 1 million. I move this to come game week 3 maybe, right? It goes to a 4.5 player. Like this, right? This will go to a 4.5. Okay, you guys get it. I go with Joao Pedro to 4.5 in game week 3 or game week 4. Upgrade Visa to Hoyland. I won't do it immediately because I think I'll still give Hoyland like 1 or 2 games to settle in. But yeah. No Estupinan in yours? Nah, no Estupinan because I've gone for the double Brighton attack. And if I go for Estupinan, I mean, here's the thing. I could go for Estupinan and save money. To be honest, what would I? But it's triple Brighton. Do I? I could do this. Then come game week 2, stays the same. Game week 3, Doggy came in for Joao Pedro, which is not too bad. Game week 4. Now, game week 4 is the tough one. Now, this is where things get a bit interesting. This is where fixtures become a bit hard and whatnot, and then you're stuck in problem. Like, you don't want Brighton players for the next set of fixtures, and then you have too many Brighton players, and I'm like, I've got a problem. Like, game week 3, I need to remove 1 Brighton player. It'll probably be like a Joao Pedro to free up funds, right? Let's say if I did something like 4.5, for example. Let's just put him in, right? Go game week 4, and then we have problems, and we need money. I switch Visa out for maybe a Hoyland at that moment. I don't think it's updated yet in here. So let's just put Martial for now. Assume so 0.5. Oh, it's against Arsenal. You don't even want him for that game. Probably keep Visa where he is because it's against Bournemouth. You probably move Mitoma out for another 6.5 player. Who would you move it for? I don't know who you would move for. Someone would appear. Maybe a Diaby or someone. What's Aston Villa's fixtures by then? They're playing Liverpool. Oof. We'll see. This is why I'm not going for like triple Brighton at the moment. Maybe I do end up, but we'll see. I haven't gone for it because it's like just like way too many problems, like in terms of transfers to what I haven't thought about it. Maybe if I do go triple Brighton, actually if I go Estepinan, then I don't go Joe Pedro. But we'll see. Obviously. Since when do you play FPL? I've been playing FPL for a long time. Initially, I've been playing it for casual, as a casual, just like with my friends. 2012-13 was the first season. And actually, I didn't even start this season at the start of the game. I started this season like at the end of the game. So I joined FPL like midway of the season. Why the points are also really low. So that was midway of the season. And then again, still pretty chill, not really taking it seriously. And then like got a bit more better. Ferguson and Diaby are on my watch list. They could be very good. That's true. Diaby especially. Eze. Oh, actually, yeah, it could be an Eze as well. I could move it to. Oh, yeah. What's Crystal Palace's fixtures by then? Game week 4. Actually, I could even go to a Chelsea player by then. You never know. Because Chelsea will also be up there. True. Very tempting. Oh, actually, Eze is not a bad shout. Good point. Good call. Wait and see. People, if Nkunku is back, Nkunku, Højlund, Haaland. Front 3. 3-4-3. Comes Salah to Bruno and take 2 Liverpool forwards. And monitor for 3 weeks later can become Chelsea or United. But which, you mean take both Gakpo and Darwin? I feel like that's just like, that's probably not worth it, I feel like. I don't know. I don't want both Gakpo and Darwin. It's just too much minutes risk and I'm not getting enough points back in return. 20k finish is fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, that was a hard. I remember that season. Like, I learned a lot from that season in terms of, I think I should have done better in terms of, I was a bit scared to make some moves. And I was worried about rank and all, and I didn't make moves when I should have made moves. And last season, that kind of showed where I was like, I went full gun ho. If you guys followed me last season, like, just full gun ho to try and get in. But yeah, you learn things when you're at different ranks. And I hope it helps you guys as well because we're all learning new things every season. Cool. I think we'll end it there because my voice is about to go. But Højlund at 7 million, very tempting price. Honestly, they've created official FPL have done a smart play here in terms of getting the template to be more very different. And then this is also very interesting to see whether he can start or not. We will wait and see on this. But yeah, really good prices. Let me know what your thoughts about this. And I think we'll end it here for today because my voice is slowly going. But shout out to Boki, Amit, Roku, Evan, Tyler, Ryan, also as well, Adam, and then who else? Tin, Simonal, Abdul Rahman, and yeah, thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back on Wednesday for the podcast, so stay tuned for that. And then obviously Friday night for the deadline stream. So content coming this week. Stay tuned for everything. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. Have a good day, everyone. Peace out.